Chapter 30. We ran through the streets, through a trail of destruction. My jaw dropped as I gawked at the wreckage. Street signs lay scattered on the ground, hacked off at the tops. Lights had been ripped free from the wiring. Mailboxes had been completely destroyed. Windows were smashed. Shards of glass carpeted the streets. I ran by an overturned car parked on someone's lawn. As I passed it, it burst into flames. We turned to my block, and I cried out in surprise. There they are! Audra and Spencer. Our bodies! Axes in hand, running side by side up my front lawn. Come on, Audra! I cried in panic. They're going to wreck my house! The Spencer ghoul raised his axe and smashed through the front door. The Audra ghoul heaved his axe through the living room window. I heard shrill screams inside. Remy and Charlotte's screams. Through a smashed window, I could see them holding each other in the center of the room. Jason, help us! Remy spotted me outside and cried out in fear. Spencer has gone crazy! I saw Mom and Dad rushing from the kitchen. They pulled Remy and Charlotte away from the window. The two ghouls leaped through the broken window. Audra and I charged in after them. I had no plan. I didn't know how to fight the ghouls. I just knew I had to stop them from hurting my family. Spencer, what's wrong with you? Give me that axe right now. Dad was screaming at the ghoul. Mom let out a terrified shriek as the ghouls raised their axes in the air. No! I wailed, diving toward them. Jason, run! Mom pleaded with me. Go get help! Audra, inside the black lab, lowered her head and let out a low, menacing growl. Then she barked furiously at the ghouls. The two ghouls spun around to face us. I took a deep breath. Going back to the cemetery where you belong, I screamed. Give us back our bodies and go back to your graves. The two ghouls grinned at each other. Spencer, Audra, what's wrong with you? Dad cried. Put down the axes and let's talk. Dad, I'm Spencer, I said. I tried to tell you. These aren't Spencer and Audra. They're Oswald and Martin Mance. They're ghouls. Mom and Dad exchanged confused glances. Remy and Charlotte pressed their backs against the wall. Get out of here! I screamed at the ghouls. The Spencer ghoul let out a furious cry. He swung his axe down the coffee table and split it in two. Remy and Charlotte burst into tears. Mom and Dad, mouths open in horror, stepped back to protect them. Laughing, the two ghouls raised their axes and chopped at our piano. I stood helplessly, thinking hard, frantically trying to come up with a way to stop them. With a fierce growl, Audra leaped to the attack. She dove at the ghoul on my body and sank her teeth into his leg. He cried out in surprise. The axe fell from his hands. Snarling, Audra bit into the leg. The ghoul twisted and turned. He thrashed his arms wildly, tilting back his head in a howl of pain. As he struggled, the Audra ghoul menaced my family, holding the axe high in front of him. The dead shall live, and the living shall die, he proclaimed. Audra, what are you saying? Mom stammered. Please, stop this. We don't understand, Dad cried. What do you kids want? Why are you doing this? The Spencer ghoul uttered an angry cry. He kicked hard and freed his leg from Audra's teeth. Then he bent down, picked up the black lab, and heaved it against the wall. The Audra ghoul handed him his axe. Then their eyes narrowed coldly to turn to me. Get him! The Spencer ghoul said through gritted teeth.